So, if you watch that video at roverradio.com of the pole dancing between Andrea and Krista, you'll see the lap dance that Krista gave Jeffrey, our new intern. And, Jeffrey said that he got in trouble with his wife. I wanted to talk to him a little bit more about that.
Now?
Yeah, come in here a second, Jeffrey. Here he comes. He's not wearing his flight suit today. But
yeah, come on, get on it.
He has some Dockers on, which are...
I say let him wear some other outfits. He might have some other gems we don't know about.
Yeah, because this certainly is a gem.
Well, maybe once a week he can wear something new, but the flight outfit should be worn most of the time, don't you think?
Oh, my God.
Well, this is... Let me just so you can picture Jeffrey. If you're wearing a T-shirt, and he has a T-shirt on, if you're wearing a T-shirt and you know where the sleeves come down to,
yeah,
right about your elbows, that also happens to the point where his pants come up to.
Right, it's belt line.
So his belt line is even with his sleeves on his short sleeve.
If he wants to itch his belly button, he has to unzip his pants.
It's also tucked in, too.
All of it's tucked in.
So you got you got in trouble for this thing. Have you seen this video of you receiving this lap dance, Jeffrey? Have you watched this yet?
No, I haven't watched the whole video yet.
You haven't seen this, but you enjoyed it when it was going down.
I was having, like I said, I was just going along with the show and everything, I was, but like I said, when I was driving home last night, my wife called me. I told her what had happened, and I felt for the last 2.5 to 3 days, I felt like the biggest heel in the world.
So you didn't tell her on Friday's show, after Friday, you didn't go home and say, hey, I got a lap dance. You waited Saturday, and then on Valentine's Day, you decided to tell your wife.
Oh, that day?
No. What happened was, I told her on the telephone as I was driving home from here Friday.
What'd you tell her?
I told her, she asked her what happened. I told her exactly what happened.
What?
I told her that the guys, that Charlie's girlfriend and Dumb's wife had this little, dance pole contest, and I was one of the judges, and she freaked. Okay.
Even just hearing that you were a judge before the whole lap dance, she freaked that you were a judge in that.
She didn't really mind the judge part, because I was just going along with the show and everything, but then when I told her about the lap dance, then she really freaked.
She didn't like that.
No,
did you tell her that you were spanking Krista? Did you go into detail and say you were smacking that ass? You got to see this video at roverradio.com.
It's classic.
It's so great. I love the end. In fact, let me see if I can actually play you a little portion of the audio of that. I will in just a moment, as a matter of fact. Because the ending where we ask Jeffrey about his lap dance that he just received is the best. I love it. I've never heard a guy's voice like this before.
Over and over and over on Friday. He was laughing so hard. There's one moment that I think you're talking about.
The audio or the video?
The audio.
Oh, you played the audio over and over again?
Oh, it's so good. So good.
We hadn't seen the video until this morning.
Here, let me see if I can play a little bit of it here for you. Spank that, Jeffrey. Don't be shy.
Jeffrey.
A little harder. Leave my handprint. Come on. Yeah.
Beat that thing.
Oh, yeah. And there's just spanking.
All right.
Yes, good job.
All right.
Yeah, listen to this. This is great. Think of that, Jeffrey.
It was great. Kind of reminds me of that movie, remember the 1968 movie, The Graduate? That's what you feel like?
That's how you feel right now.
Do you need to change your shorts? No.
Did you almost get completely aroused? Did you almost climax?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I my wife's got my unit trained.
I love the way that his voice just gets so high there. And you can watch all of that at roverradio.com. So what happened? So tell me, what did she do?
Well,
she just yelled at you, or what?
She yelled at me. What did she say? What was she saying? She's saying, "How dare you get another lap dance? I'm still waiting for you one lap dance." And and I just felt, and she just made me feel like a heel, and she was right.
Was she mad that you popped the tent?
No, I didn't pop the tent.
You sure? Because I'm zoomed in on that with that camera footage.
But and then she asked me if I got aroused. I said no.
So she asked you that. I mean,
She's
is that the kind of thing that a woman, Doogie, would you ask that if you were dating someone and you got a lap dance? Would you ask that of the guy? You'd ask if you got aroused?
I'm embarrassed to say, I would want to know.
Why? I mean,
because at that point, in my mind, if I'm dating a guy and he's getting a lap dance, right there, it just, who cares? It's really not that big of a deal. But depending on what you want out of the guy, if you want him to, I don't know, you sometimes pick fights with guys just to get attention. I would want to know if it turned him on. If she turned him on.
What's he going to say? Yes?
So what did you tell her? She said, did you get aroused? What did you say?
I told her no, I didn't, because like I said, she's remember.
How can you not, sweetie?
No, it's just that she's got my unit trained.
So you remember what? You said you told her no.
Right.
You didn't get aroused.
She's the only one that can. I'm sorry about that.
That can arouse you. She's the only one that can arouse you.
Right.
Jeffrey, if we brought in like a stripper and just grinding on you, you're saying nothing would happen?
That's not really a good idea. I'm serious.
Oh, why not? If your unit's trained, your unit's trained. Nothing would happen.
Dieter, listen to me, okay? You need to understand that I'm married, okay? I'm committed to my wife, I made a mistake, what's to say? The thing of it is, she's the only one that can get me aroused, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
I hear you, bro.
I know, but I'm with Charlie.
No, but Charlie has a point, though.
Yeah.
If it's trained, it's trained.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have like a porn star coming in here rubbing on you, and
could we try
nothing would happen.
No.
It's for the show. It's show prep. You want to tell your wife it's show prep?
My wife would slice it off.
We're going to do a study on it.
Yeah.
Study on male arousal.
Survey.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how upset was she yesterday on
10.
Valentine's? A 10.
Seriously,
really?
over that? It was harmless.
not the way she sees it.
Has she ever been that mad before at you? Ever in your relationship?
This is the first time she's really, really been mad at me.
In 10 years of marriage.
In 10 years of marriage. And,
she was more angry at this over anything else that you've done in 10 years of marriage.
Because in the back of her mind, she's afraid she's going to lose me, and I'm trying to let her know that you're not going to lose me.
So what happens if we have to go have a show meeting at a strip club and have lunch, and you have to go, and all of us are at a strip club?
Which I think is coming up tomorrow.
At 11 o'clock.
Right.
So are we allowed to do that tomorrow? Can we take you to a strip club for lunch?
I don't think she's going to let me go into no strip club.
Dude, you and Dom. Get some balls.
My strip club days are over.
Last Friday they weren't.
ever begin?
Yeah, have you started?
Like I told you, I only went to a strip club once in my whole lifetime.
All right, we're going tomorrow.
Let me, Jeffrey, I hear you sometimes after the show. Sometimes you are on the phone with your wife. And it seems, I'm not trying to be probing here or anything, but it seems almost as if you're very snappy with your wife when you talk to her on the phone. Does she annoy you or something, or?
She sometimes, but she just wants to know what's going, how I'm doing everything, make sure I get home in one piece, because, she puts her biggest concern is with the kids. Make sure the kids are taken care of. And
Dieter, have you heard him talk to his wife?
Yeah.
Could you do a reenactment of how he? Let's say that your cell phone rings. Here we go. Bring.
Yeah. I'm at work. Yeah, I'm at work. I'll call you later. I will call you on the way home. That's it. Bye.
I heard an argument on Friday about depositing a check.
Oh.
I told you I would deposit the check. What do you want?
Does she call you a lot? Is that why you get angry?
She doesn't call me a lot, but when she does call, it gets kind of annoying because I'm letting her know I'm here. I'm not out fooling around,
Oh, she thinks you're cheating.
Oh, she thinks you're out with another woman or something? I mean,
no, she just worries about me.
Sure.
Well, I think
annoying, though.
They do tit for tat, though, because last week, Jeffrey's wife didn't wake up on time, and the kids didn't get to school till like 2 hours late.
And
so the next day,
I was upset about that.
He was pissed, so he gave her a call and said, "Hey, just making sure you're up. You getting those kids out of the house on the way to school?"
Wow.
So Jeffrey, after you guys go ahead.
As I was saying, I'm just making sure my kids get to school on time, because I know I try to make them understand, going to school is important.
After you guys had that huge fight yesterday, was there some major makeup sex with your wife?
This morning,
Oh, yeah? Before work? You have to come here pretty early.
I do see a little bead of sweat coming down his brow. That's left over, I think. Julian, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Julian.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. What's up?
Nothing. I want to tell Jeffrey that he should get his wife to role play dancing on the pole. That would make her feel better.
Yeah, why don't you go home and tell your wife that you want her to role play, pretend she is Krista, Charlie's girlfriend, giving you a lap dance. Think she'd go for that?
We did something similar to that this morning.
Oh, you did?
What do you mean?
Are you sure? Are you making that up?
I'm not making this up.
What did you do this morning, Jeffrey?
Just that she goes, you still have to, she goes to me, you still have to prove to me you love me. I go, okay. So, I check, quick check on the kids, make sure they were okay. And, I slipped into bed.
Ew.
And then
were you naked?
You slipped. Hang on. So let him finish. So you slipped into bed.
Started feeling all over her. Next thing you know, we were going at it.
Did she do a lap dance for you this morning?
No, not this morning. But she, let's just say she was on top.
Oh,
she's swinging on the pole.
No, we don't have. My house doesn't have a pole in it.
No,
your pole.
Yeah, yours. You get it?
Is this why you were a couple minutes late, Jeffrey?
It's just saying she was just riding the pony.
Yeah. All right.
Damn. James sent an instant message. I just watched that video of Andrea versus Krista at RoverRadio.com. Tell that fat ass Dumb to lose some weight, or Andrea might leave him. She looks good since she lost all of her weight.
Wow, thank you.
Dumb in the hot seat to lose some weight, or his wife may take off. I got to take a quick break. We'll be right back on Rover's Morning Glory. Hang on.
Rover's Morning Glory.
And we'll get into the shizzy. We'll
I
get
don't hear
into the
any
news.
foot stomping. Usually,
let me talk to Jeffrey in the phone screening room real quick and find out why.
You can go in there, I'm sure, if you want. I mean,
why he is so late.
Oh, here's a huge bomb he just dropped on me. I don't know if you want to hear it.
Get up in there.
Do you want to talk about that bomb?
Well, I was at home and I was getting up. I was getting ready to come here, and I was getting a little huggy with my wife, and she drops this one on me. She all of a sudden now drops a desire that she wants to have a third child.
Ah, boy.
And he has a vasectomy.
Well, that means, you know what that means, right?
It means I would have to drop $3,000 to get it reversed, and I said, I
No. That means that you would have to have Chocolate Charlie go bang your wife.
No,
I don't think so.
Oh, don't go there.
I don't think so.
Don't go there.
Or maybe Dumb, since you climaxed to Dumb's wife, maybe he can climax to yours.
Like I said, my wife wouldn't share it. My wife wouldn't touch these two.
Oh, your face, Charlie, Dumb.
she's got high standards. You're right.
So
she does.
So wait a second. That's why you were late to work today?
No, the other reason is the roads were wet, the traffic was getting heavy, and I had to put gas in the car. Mm-hmm. You know how that goes.
Yes, I know how that goes.
I was trying to tell her, I was trying to reason with her about, wanting to have a third child, and I said to her, look, you talk to any OB doctor, and they said if vasectomy can be reversed, it costs $3,000, plus the chances of me getting her pregnant, he said, are very slim. Plus, her OB doctor, after she had my son, said for her not to have any more kids because the complications, because the older you get, the risk of complications are higher.
That's right. How old's your wife now?
We're the same age. We're only 3 weeks apart.
And you are how old?
39.
39. So that's pretty old. I mean, that's Doogie's age. It's old in childbirthing terms.
Jeffrey was just telling us, too, that his kid was born with a complication, a second butt, apparently.
Well,
you might want to ask him about it. I didn't get the full details.
Your baby had 2 asses?
No, he has what's called a sacral dimple.
What is that?
Well, it makes it look. It looks like it kind of looks like a second butthole, but it really isn't. We talked to the pediatrician about. My wife and I used to joke about it all the time.
And what happens? You still have it?
He still has it. Yeah.
Does he use it?
No.
So in the future, when he gets married, his wife would have to call him A-holes instead of A-hole.
Well, we don't know what's that. I mean, he's a long way off from getting married. He's going to go to college first and make some money.
How did you determine this? You say, when this baby is born, you go to change a diaper and wipe its ass, and you go, whoa, which one do I wipe or what?
Well, when we first saw it, we consulted the pediatrician about it. and asked, my kids have a
How do
really
you
good
ask that?
pediatrician.
How do you ask that question?
We showed it to her.
Oh, you go, what's this?
I go, well, yeah. Goes, what's this? Looks like I just said right out, flat out. Goes, what's this? A second butthole? And she goes, oh. And she goes, pediatrician goes, that's nothing to worry about. It's a sacro. They call it a sacral dimple.
Oh.
So,
All right. Well,
I would love to be in there on that conversation.
all right. Well, Jeffrey, tried to be on time next time because I know how due she gets. She has a very low tolerance for people being late, and she's been known to fire people for being late. So, Dougie's just come back into the studio. Are you ready for the
Yeah,
shizzy?
sorry.
Okay. All right. We'll get to the shizzy in just a moment. So, when are you going to make this decision on your mother moving in? I mean, that's a big deal.
I don't know. I got to get on it though. I mean, I have nothing. I have no.
During that commercial break, I was just going through my head. I had my little calculator loaded up on the computer, and I was doing some math.
I'm screwed.
You're totally screwed, Dougie.
But
here's an instant message from Wes who says, I try my kid. I spent $50 every 4 days on formula. Just for formula.
Yeah, that's expensive. That Syntac or whatever.
Similac.
Yeah, that stuff. You got to have it. I mean, are you planning on breastfeeding? You don't even think about that yet.
No. Yeah, I'm going to go to a breastfeeding class. I'm going to try to breastfeed if I can, if everything functions. Yeah.
So I think that would save you some money, right?
Yeah. But I was in
thousands. My wife figured out it was like thousands of dollars that saved us that she could breastfeed.
Did she do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't breastfeed. Remember, her nipples were too big.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She pumped it and then just
And
fed
then
it to her
fed,
bottle.
right.
Oh, that's why she went through all that hassle? It was because of you two cheap asses?
Ah.
That's what it was all about?
No, because it's better for the baby than formula.
Or, Jeffrey is in there. Maybe you could have Jeffrey's wife. They have 2 kids. Would your wife be available to watch Dougie's baby, do you think, Jeffrey?
well, she has her hands full with my 2 kids.
I thought
They're
they were
high
older.
energy. But
They're older
my wife.
and in school.
Well, they're in school, but they're only in school from 9 to 3. She has to, and because I drive, she has to walk to school to pick them up.
Yeah, but you said
Wait.
she sleeps all day long.
She walks in this weather to pick up your kids because you won't give her the car?
She doesn't. She says she will not drive in Ohio because of the weather.
Your wife doesn't drive?
Even when the weather is good?
Even when she says she let's put it this way, she wants to move out of our house so bad it's not funny.
I got to meet this wife of his.
Wait, so your wife doesn't drive a car?
No, she doesn't. And I asked her, well, have you ever thought about learning how to drive? And she goes, no, I don't want to learn how to drive.
So she doesn't have a license.
No, she doesn't have a license, and she said she doesn't want to get one anytime soon.
Does she exist?
Yeah, she exists. Is that and the thing of
Why
it
do
is,
you
she
ask
tried
that?
the breastfeeding bit. And she was very uncomfortable with a male lactation consultant. She'd prefer to have a female.
Why
I
do you
don't
ask
think
if she
that
exists?
Jeffrey's wife exists.
Why do you say that?
I think he lives with his mother, and I think that he might have a corpse that was his wife at one time sitting
I
in
don't
the
think
recliner.
so.
He's 39. He
No,
doesn't live with his mom.
because we've asked him repeatedly to see pictures of his wife. We have asked to talk to his wife on the phone. I called his home numerous times yesterday, and there's no such thing as a Jeffrey's wife. I cannot track down this woman.
So you don't believe that she exists?
What about when he's talking to somebody in the hallway and
I
he's
think
like,
that's
yeah.
his mom. I think
No,
he lives
that's
in
not
his
my
mom's
mother, it's my
basement.
wife.
Does Jeffrey have one of those, wasn't there a movie about that? Like
Yeah.
a guy who has like a sex doll or something, and that's like his wife or whatever? That's his whole companion?
Lars and the real Girl?
I saw
Yeah.
that.
Is that it?
I heard
was
that's
awful.
a terrible movie.
Horrible
but
movie.
Just awful.
Is
But
that Jeffrey's life?
yeah.
Do you
Say
ever
that again, Robert. I didn't quite catch the last
Oh.
thing you said because Charlie took the mic.
Oh, damn you,
Oh, we
Charlie.
don't need the mic to hear.
Damn.
No, I would like to talk to your wife by the end of the show today. Make it happen. I'm not
tried,
kidding.
but I can't
Or
get
bring a picture in so we just
No,
know
make
she's
it happen.
real. How about a
Charlie.
picture?
Doozy, are you ready for the shizzy?
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, false teeth, you idiot.
Yeah.
Mark, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Mark.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up?
I was just listening to the show. Today's the first day I've been listening to it, and I heard Dieter talking about how somebody was flushing the toilet for him and stuff, and I'm gay, and I was wondering if I can get him to go on a date with me.
Sure. Jeffrey, come in here. You want to talk to the guy that flushed?
No, he wants to go out on a date with you.
No, you're not listening right. He
Dieter's-
said the guy who flushes the toilet for me, Jeffrey, wants to go on a date with him. Jeffrey, bring him in. Jeffrey, come in for 10 seconds.
No.
There he is.
No.
10 seconds. Jeffrey.
No.
Oh,
Would you go on
Jeffrey's
it?
phone.
Can you hear me, Jeffrey?
No. He wants to go out on a date with you, Dieter.
Jeffrey, can you hear me?
Oh,
You gotta
I
put your,
saw Dieter on the website, and I'd like to go with him.
he's hot,
get your
sweetie.
headphones on.
Yes.
Now, Jeffrey, would you go on a date with this caller? He's a big fan of the show. What do you say about that?
No.
To help out the show.
No.
No.
That's it. Okay, thank you for your time.
Gotcha.
All right, thank you.
Plugged his
Jeffrey.
headphones
That's just
in.
not my style.
Thank you.
That's
Yes,
just not my
plugged
cup
it
of
in
tea.
his cans.
I have my standards.
Yes. his
Wait, what if
standards.
we said, what if the boss here, Bo, said you would be fired if you didn't go on this date with this guy? Jeffrey, what would you say?
Fire.
So you're-
I don't go that route.
You don't go that route, so.
Nothing
Go that route.
sexual.
It's just, that's how I am.
Wait, put your headphones back in. Charlie's saying, what about nothing sexual? Just you guys two hanging out to like a butt buddy date.
Yeah, you just go out on a mandate.
Yeah,
you have
bromance.
a bromance with the guy.
You guys hang out, you shoot some pool, you play some darts.
Hold hands.
No.
You wouldn't even do
Wow,
that.
a couple
I would
beers?
Not with a total. I just won't do it.
What if I paid for the tab?
Yeah, if he pays for dinner and drinks and all that.
No.
Are you a homophobe, Jeffrey?
Yeah, you go to a strip club, you watch some boobs.
Oh, he's got his hand in his pocket.
Oh, here we go.
In his pocket. I think, Mark, I think you're getting to Jeffrey.
Yeah, he's like, this is...
I think
That's
he's
just, like
considering
I said,
this
that's
now.
just not me. I only go out with women.
Well, no. Well, you're married, so you only go out with your wife.
Yeah, that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
But I was only. But like I said, I don't think the human race was designed for two people of the same gender to go nailing each other.
What if you and your wife bring a guy in, like this caller? What do you think about
like
that?
a threesome, yeah.
Like I said before, my wife will not share me with anybody else, and I won't share her with anybody else.
No, that's no good.
Wow.
Are you religious? Are you do you have a religion? Are you Catholic?
I'm Roman
Jewish?
Catholic.
You're Catholic. You're
I was
Catholic.
raised Roman Catholic,
You're
although I
good-
just don't go to church. I'm not a good Catholic, though, because I don't go to church that
You're in
much.
good company.
But I think he was asking you out on a date.
No, he wasn't. He goes to Jeffrey. I'll pay the tab.
No, I think he was asking you.
Let's go back to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, he'll pick you up in his car. He'll buy you a steak dinner. You guys go watch. What do you like to do? You play pool, right? Have a couple of beers. You're saying no to a listener of the show.
Oh my god.
He can't even answer.
I just won't do it, okay? That's all there is to it.
Would you ride an F-14 plane, which you love, Jeffrey, for an HJ? If you give the guy old tuggaroo for playing,
I would give up a flight in an F-16 because I have my standards.
So you would do it. F-16 for an HJ. You're
No,
down.
I would give up that.
You'd give. What about
I
give
would give up the ride in an
Give up the
F-16.
handshake?
You give him the handshake, the old hand-the-roo, the old reach around for the old F-16. Well, now we know what
good
your
to know,
weakness is.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
I got no problems with gay people, okay? It's just I won't go out with one.
No, you right.
Okay, I'm not homophobic. I just won't go out with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's it.
What about
I mean,
What about a rusty trombone for your own plane?
No.
I don't even know what that
You
is.
keep that in your backyard. You keep the plane in your backyard.
Do you know what a rusty trombone is?
No, I don't.
Ask your wife for one when you come home tonight. Just go, honey, give me a rusty trombone, or I'm walking out the door. You'll never regret it. He's like, all right. He's write it down. Write it down. Rusty trombone.
Report on the air Thursday.
Yeah.
You guys are fun. You guys kill me.
Oh God!
You guys kill me.
Is it true that you? Is it true that you sometimes go to the bathroom at the same time as Steeder?
Well,
And other people in the building.
hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I can't put my bathroom breaks on a schedule.
Let me ask you something. If there's, let's say that you go into the bathroom and there's 6 urinals, okay? And we'll put them.
Oh,
right in
I've
order
heard
like
that.
this.
I've heard that
Look at
comment.
this.
It's force of
1, 2,
habit.
3, 4.
If I see some
5.
guy that forgets to flush the toilet, he walks out. I'd probably flush. I do it behind my kids sometimes.
So Dieter goes to the urinal. He's zipping up his pants. You reach over and you flush the urinal
That's
for
after
him.
he steps away from it.
Oh, that's
After he steps away from it.
I'm right there, Robert.
So you take one step back to like button up your jeans.
No,
or
I'm not even
whatever.
back yet. I'm still doing the 3 shake shuffle. You know what I mean? And he'll go across and hit the flusher, man. It's very awkward.
Well, wait a second. So Not only are you flushing, but let's say you have 6 urinals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, I don't do that.
Dieter's at urinal number 1, and he's the only person. What urinal then do you step up to?
I step up to the if he's at the one, I leave one between us.
Oh, you do. Okay. All right.
Now, I'm not right there next to him. I'm like the next 2 or 3 of them
Dieter,
over.
you're giving me a look. That's not.
Our bathroom there's 1, 2, and 3, but 3 is like a child's urinal. It's like lower to the ground. Most people don't like to use
The
it.
handicapped one.
Yes. No, so if I use one, no one wants to use that third one. So
I can use
it too.
it doesn't matter what the height is as long as it goes right in there. It doesn't matter what the height is. Okay?
Right.
I mean, that's the part. If I have to go really, really bad and that's the closest one, I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, if it's right next to you, he'll grab it.
What I'm saying is I'm
You better
I'll
be
go right
careful when he
there.
reaches over to flush, he might grab it, if you know what I mean.
well.
That HJ, as you say.
I should have brought my coffee in with me because my lips are getting dry now.
No, you don't start smacking your lips. People will think
Yeah.
you're lying. Whatever that means.
No, it's just my mouth's getting dry because I'm about to have a heart attack when I'm laughing so hard.
All right.
Is that your phone?
I don't. Pardon me.
Who's
Yeah, is that
calling
your
you?
phone?
Pick up.
Is that your
Oh,
telephone?
if that's your wife, put it on
Pick up.
speakerphone.
Put it on speakerphone. Is
that your
answer,
wife?
Answer.
No, it's a different phone number.
Answer.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
All right.
Let's go.
Hit answer. Hello?
Hello.
Your penis pump is in.
No.
That's what she said. She goes, your sweetest penis pump 2000's in.
Tell them you'll donate a penis pump to their
No,
charity
that's
drive.
it's an automated call for Mally's fundraising department because they do the fundraising at the schools for my kids.
For what?
Right.
What's it go to?
For the school. That's how schools raise their funds because there's an article in today's Plain Deal that my wife and I were all over like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat because they're closing the school. They're closing the one elementary school that's closest to my house.
Wait, you were all over the article. You were all
It
over
means it's the way we were
Say that
intentionally
again?
just.
You were what?
We were all over that reading that article like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat.
And
And
what
the
does this
reason why,
article
and
say?
the article is about that the Lakewood School Board has voted to close Grant Elementary School, which is the school my kids currently attend.
Okay.
And that's the
safe.
school closest to my house.
Your kids got to stay in school, man.
Right.
I know that, but they might be moving to either Madison Elementary School or Lincoln Elementary School, which is down on Clifton Boulevard.
when you were reading this article, explain to me what it's like to be like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat.
No,
I mean, were
she
you
and I
guys
were-
fighting over this article?
No, we were just intensely talking about it, and she was getting all kind of worried, where the kids are going to be transferred in it to, and I let her know that that's not going to occur until the 2010-2011 school year. No, I take that back, 2011-2012 school year, excuse me.
Right.
What do you guys wake up early in the morning and talk before work? When do you talk to her?
Yeah, because I get her up so I can get her running so that she's ready so that when I leave to come here, she's up and ready to get the kids up and getting the kids ready
But
for
you
school.
said they're
They have
not
a whole
in school at
routine.
9.
They have a whole routine.
9 o'clock they're in school, so why is she getting up at like 5?
She likes to look at stuff on the internet too.
Oh, porn.
No,
Yeah, all right.
She doesn't look at porn?
no.
Have you ever watched a porno with your wife?
When we were dating, we did.
Oh, right.
But now, since you
What was
married,
it?
you haven't.
What was the plot?
What was the name of it?
I think it's I forgot it was one where
How do you forget? You remember what year?
Wait, I'm trying to
The
remember.
Graduate
I'm trying to
was
say
made.
it on
You
here.
forgot
I
the
know.
name of the porno you watched?
I know.
I forgot that it was a combination porno horror because she likes horror movies.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So it was like a
and the
scary-
guy and the guy's nose was shaped like a like a unit.
Like a penis?
You got it.
Wait.
And the girl, wait, let me finish.
Wait, his nose was shaped like
Yeah, I'm not joking. This was, I guess, I don't know what year it was made. I guess it was made long before we started dating, but we watched it together because it was a combination, I guess, horror, porno, and it was funny because he was,
Wait, so he's giving some backdoor loving with his penis nose?
yeah.
I see. I
Wow,
see.
Jeffrey.
What was the name of it?
Wow.
Now that's the only thing I can't remember the name of it though. I would have
He
to ask
doesn't
for that
remember
one.
the name.
In Glory Hole Bastards?
No, but we watched it together. Like I said, when we were dating and we were real close, we were about within a month of getting married when we saw it.
Edward Penis Nose?
That would have been a good name, but like I said, I don't know the exact title though.
He
But I
doesn't
just
remember
remember,
the
I just
title.
remember it because of that.
He
because
doesn't
of
remember
that
the
little
title.
scene right there.
Every other movie. Do you remember the 1968 movie, The Graduate? Dustin Hoffman was in there. It was directed by so-and-so. It was filmed on 35mm Kodak
I know.
on Panavision cameras.
I know.
And it was released August 16th, 1968. They sold 8 million tickets the first weekend. But he doesn't remember the name of the porno where the guy has a
First
penis.
porno,
now?
I know.
Must be Pinocchio or something like that.
I
A
don't
twist
know
off
what
of that.
it sounded like it looked like it was a twist off that, but like I said, it was a little horror, a little porno.
Pinocchio hole.
That would have been a good name, but I would have asked my wife. She would probably remember the name of that movie.
Yeah, call her up and we'll ask her.
She won't talk to you guys on the air.
No, she doesn't want to talk. Juicy was really trying to get her to talk the other day, but
it didn't work. That's okay.
If she doesn't want to talk, you don't have to. You can't force her to talk. That's okay. We're okay with that. So no more porno watching in the Jeffrey household since then.
Well, now when you have kids.
No, right. You don't want them to
I don't want my kids to see that stuff.
No. I mean,
when they're in bed,
do you have anything you can hide? I mean, do you hide things from those kids so they can't find it? I mean, don't you have like
we just don't keep the stuff in the house.
No, you don't keep anything.
You gotta keep anything in the house.
What about a vibrator?
No vibrator for your old lady in the house anywhere now.
Or him.
No.
All right.
And the funny thing is that while we have a chance and if the kids are in bed and we'll try to watch some of George Carlin's old comedy routines because she and I got to see George Carlin in concert in
Carlin
1990.
or Carwin?
George Carlin.
Oh, I thought.
Wait, what year?
What year?
We first got to see him in concert when he came to Cleveland in 1998 at the Palace Theater. When we were dating.
He knows his place.
I remember the material he was working on at the time.
18B, and she was 18C. Those are our seats, right?
No, we were like
but he
6 rows
doesn't
back from the
remember the
stage.
name of the porno with the penis.
Right?
shows.
Yeah.
There's some things I can and can't remember.
Dizzy, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Dizzy.
Hey, yeah, that's a spoof off of an old movie. I saw that when I was younger. It's off that Roxanne movie with Steve Martin.
I love that movie.
What was the name of it?
You said it was Roxanne.
I don't remember the name of the porno, but the movie that they're spoofing off of is Roxanne with Steve Martin.
Right, with the big nose. Okay, I got it. Right, all right. So that's quite old, I'm guessing. Were the women completely shaved in that porno, or did they have some pubic hair?
I don't know if they had the pubic hair because the way the movie was filmed.
We can sort of date it that way, I mean, pubic hair or not. I mean, porno,
It was kind of hard to say because the way the scene came out on film, it was dark. So you really couldn't get a good look whether or not she had pubic hair. It was really hard to tell.
What do you like, full or nothing?
As long as he's able to get it. Basically.
Right.
What does your wife have?
Does she have hardwood floors?
Come on. No, come on.
Okay.
I don't. Let this guy. This guy's marriage. Come on. I mean, you need to know everything
It's
about this
sacred.
guy's.
Hey, you know about everybody else's
sacred.
pubic hair on the whole show, and nobody I've ever met.
Just something tells me I don't want to know about his wife's pubic hair. Josh, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Go ahead, Josh.
Rover, this dude is radio gold. I want to know everything about Jeffrey's intern. Everything.
Well, Jeffrey, I guess you can answer that question because he wants to know everything. Does your wife shave down there or not?
On occasion, she will.
On occasion. Special occasion, like for your birthday, Valentine's Day, that sort of stuff.
Good.
Right. Okay. Let me take a quick break. We'll do our last shizzy of the morning when we come back next. Hang on.
Rover's Morning Glory. Rover's Morning Glory starts live in 30 minutes.
Stand by.
Initiating playback.
Now, I know that Charlie and Dieter have something planned here. I don't know what it is. They've been secretive. They didn't want me to know. And you've also taken some other precautions during this segment. What are those precautions that you have taken?
Well, we just had just Jeffrey go down the hallway because we don't want him here for this because it involves Jeffrey. Have you seen The Usual Suspects?
Yes.
Before?
I started watching it and then I stopped because I didn't like it.
Oh, my God. One of the greatest movies of all time. Fantastic movie.
The ending is the most important part of the whole movie.
I couldn't get through it.
Best ending of any movie I could ever think of.
Okay. It's a fantastic movie, isn't it? It's great.
It's awesome. I think it's probably a 10 out of 10. So
it might be Jeffrey's favorite movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know who Kaiser Soze is?
Yes.
Kevin Spacey plays this guy. The whole movie, he's playing this gimp guy. He's, kind of like half retarded.
Well, don't tell her the ending, though. I mean,
I'm never going to watch it, Rover.
If you haven't seen it by now, but anyway, we think that Jeffrey's pulling a Kaiser Soze on this show.
I don't know what that means.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to try to explain it, and we have some audio here to back us up. Do you want to play it? Or you want me to kind of give you some more information.
Why don't you set this audio up? I have 3 audio clips. They're just labeled 1, 2, and 3. I don't even know what they are. Why don't you set this up? Because I don't know either.
Jeffrey, if you're a new listener, he's kind of a pushover. He's a softy here. He's just kind of he's a really, really nice guy to everybody, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think when he leaves here, he's a completely different person, completely normal.
Why do you say that?
He's a badass mother effer that
Smokes weed, sags his
Well, he
pants.
was a corrections officer. I mean,
Right.
who
He's
would've
duping us,
thought?
Rover. He's completely duping us, and I feel like a total idiot. Total idiot that we fell for this guy.
No way.
He leaves, he gets on a Corvette and goes and bangs chicks all weekend.
Right.
Comes back in, and then he's this nerdy guy again.
Right, comes in, he jacks his pants up. Once he leaves work, he sags his pants.
So that flight
hats-
suit that he puts on, that's over his, like, pimp clothes.
Oh, yeah, he's got tattoos all over his body.
So when he leaves here, he just unzips that flight suit, and just rips it off, throws it in the backseat of his convertible Corvette, and just hits the town,
He's
huh?
banging a model.
Uh-huh.
Charlie made a soundboard of Philip from Rochester. Soundboard of different clips that Philip from
What's up,
Rochester
bitch?
says.
Okay.
So
What's up,
anyway,
bitch?
we called up Jeffrey using the soundboard.
Oh,
And
my
Jeffrey
God.
does not, he's not the person we thought he was. Let's just say that. So you got to hear, this is.
Does he know? Does he know that? This,
No, that's why it worked. We were going to do maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard, but we're like, he might catch on to that.
Because he knows every movie in the world, so he'd be like, "Oh, I know this clip. This is from Arnold when he was in Kindergarten Cop."
Right.
Oh, my
so he doesn't know
God.
Philip. So you got to hear, is this the order of the calls?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
called
once-
3 times.
Oh my God.
So you sent him down.
I don't want him to hear this because
You want to be able to continue calling him in the future?
Oh, all
or
the time.
something? Okay.
this would get really, really good.
All right. Here is Dieter and Charlie calling our new intern, Jeffrey, as Philip from Rochester. Here we go.
Hello. Yes, my name is Phil. I'm calling to from Universal Record. Who? This is Phil. Hello. What's up, bitch? You have a wrong number. Wait, robot going down the RMG. What? Hey, this is Phil. What's up, bitch? Yo, but you saying a limo, but then we don't say I'm gonna break your legs. You cracker. You have a wrong number, sir. I thought we supposed to have a limo, but we came and pick up for robots, but the guys never came, so I'm just calling to check up, man.
Well, sir, what I'm trying to say is I never called for a limo, for nobody.
Where's my limo, bitch? Where's my limo?
I'm not a limo operator.
Gonna break your legs. You cracker.
My name ain't Cracker either.
You cracker.
No. Who the hell
You
are
cracker.
you? Who the hell are you?
You cracker.
Get the off my phone, bitch.
See, talks completely normal. He swears. I've never heard him swear in the hallways. He's dropping it left and right here.
I like the ending. The very last line. You're right. He just totally. I mean,
Off my phone, bitch.
he must have learned that in the prison system when he was a corrections officer. I like that.
He's not
Please
who he
tell me-
seems to be.
These don't get better, do they?
Oh, much better.
This
Let me
is
play
so
the
great.
ending of this call, though. I liked it.
Cracker.
Who the hell are you?
You cracker.
Get the off my phone, bitch.
So, how long do you wait?
Oh
before
no!
you call
Immediately,
it?
I go. We hang up. I go, Charlie, hit record. We're calling him right back. We're calling him right now. I think he's gonna pick up. 'cause
Yeah,
he's-
1 second in between the phone call, just immediately calling him right back.
Yeah.
All right, here is phone call number 2.
Oh,
What's up, bitch?
who the hell are you?
Choo.
Hello?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I don't know.
Well, stop calling my phone or I'll have you brought up for telephone harassment.
Gonna break
Thank
your
you.
legs.
Have a nice day.
You cracker.
And then it's the third call. When was this?
1 second after that, I mean, immediately.
I go redial.
We need to get him while he's angry still. We need to still get him on the line.
Immediately you call him. All right, here's the third one.
Hello? I thought we supposed to have a limo, but we came and pick up for robots, but the guys never came, so I'm just calling to check up, man.
Listen, I don't own a limo company. I'm not licensed to drive a limo, okay? So you're calling the wrong number.
One is nobody drink with empty stomach.
Check your number, buddy boy. I don't own a limo company. This is a private cell number. You shouldn't even as much as have it.
Two, when you're drinking, have some water and stretch out the drink so if you like it, rehydrate.
What? What the are you talking about?
Have fun. Don't make a fool of yourself.
Listen, I don't own a limo company. You're calling the wrong number, so get the hell off my phone. Bye.
I'm gonna make you freaking legs and stuff like that.
There's Jeffrey, our intern,
job,
being
you
prank
guys.
called by Philip
That
from
was awesome.
Rochester.
Oh, God, that's good stuff.
You can hear his kids, I think, in the background in that last call. Did you hear
I
that?
thought that was cartoons. He may just be sitting there watching cartoons himself.
Or porn. And this guy's a badass. And I'm not going to mess with him.
Who would have guessed?
Oh, God, that was good.
Yes.
So then we did call back again for a time, but he goes, he wasn't having it. He would pick up, immediately hang up. He wouldn't even say hello.
Did you wait a while, like call back an hour later? Oh,
No, why?
Yeah, that's what that's what you should have done. Wait like an hour, call him back.
Do you think he would recognize Arnold?
We're going to try Arnold.
How about Chris Hansen?
That's not bad.
That
he might have
might
been
be-
on that show, though. Yeah, I think we could go on with this.
Oh, all the time. This is my new pastime.
I was surprised that this guy was a corrections officer. I have to launch some sort of an investigation into the government. Who runs that? Is that the city? Is that the state? Is that the
State, I would
county?
think.
I mean,
I think it's county. He said county jail downtown, so it's county lockup.
Oh, downtown's not a pushover either.
That's the one you went to, right? And you were the only white guy.
Yeah, thank you for that.
so tell me what that jail was like. You were locked up in that jail where he was a corrections officer. Now this guy, it was revealed yesterday he was a corrections officer, Jeffrey, which boggles my mind. It really does. I have no idea. How does he get through the hiring process?
Don't you think they have to? Because he could sue for discrimination.
No, I don't know. Why would he be able to sue? I mean,
If you say no-
if someone is not qualified for this job and they don't get the job, they can't sue me because they're not qualified or they're not up to snuff doing the job.
But you at least have to interview the person, right? So you interview him. He goes through training. You say, hey, if you could go through training, you get the job. He made it through training.
I know that Doogie is interviewing people, and what do they keep? I don't even want to say. I don't want to throw them under the bus. At other places that we've worked at in the past, Doogie, when you've been interviewing people, what do they tell you? Not this company, but other companies.
Many years ago, I was interviewing, and they said that you need to interview just to keep it, just like the NFL. You have to interview so many different ethnicities.
So they would tell
Females,
you need to interview more black people, basically, is what they've said.
You have to interview a certain amount of white people.
That's why this whole equal opportunity, all this equal employment, and, it creates like this artificial quota that you have to interview a certain number of minority candidates. And these big companies are always, you need to interview more black people. They don't tell you to hire more black people. They just say, interview some more black people so it looks good if anyone ever examines our personnel files.
Isn't it a law?
I don't think so.
I think it is law.
No.
EEO?
That's not. The EEO is just that you don't discriminate against people when you hire them. There's no law that says you have to.
What about coaches for the NFL? The black coaches for
It's
NFL?
different. That's not a law. That's an NFL policy. There's no law that says you have to interview. I find that if I was a black guy, I would be incensed at that. I would just be so upset that these companies treat you as if a number. And you know what? I remember when we worked for CBS, what they did, they had a file of black guys that they would just call in, very underqualified for whatever position they were hiring for, but they would call these same round of 5 or 6 people in for an interview, like maybe every 2 months, because they were black. And then they would point and they go, hey, no, we interviewed Jamarcus Green. He didn't get the job, though, but we did interview a lot of minority candidates.
But don't they like that? They're getting a job interview. Otherwise, they want to get as a black person.
No. If you're underqualified and the company knows you're never going to get the job, why waste the company's time and why waste your time to call you in for an interview. Jason, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. I'm just saying. So I don't know like how that worked with Jeffrey getting a job as a corrections officer. That's just. I feel as if I almost have to launch some sort of government investigation to get to the bottom of that. Like, who's in charge of the hiring? Jason, good morning.
Hey, Rover, what's happening?
Hey, man, you tell me what's up.
Oh, not much, just driving to work. Hey, what you guys did with Jeffrey calling him like that was hilarious, man. I got one more for you. When you guys have Jeffrey in the room again, call up Philip from Rochester and see if he recognizes the voice and see if you can get Philip to play along with you.
I will give that an opportunity. Let me talk to Jeffrey here real
in there
quick.
because his kids have like swine flu.
Oh, all right. Go into the phone screening room. I want to talk to him here quickly once again.
I don't know what the hell that caller was talking about.
No, I don't know. What were they? What
I
was
think they
that
were
guy?
drunk.
That guy was talking about a guy that called in on the aftermath and talked to Jeffrey.
Oh, the Anthony guy?
Right.
He sounded like Dieter?
Did you hear that guy talking about that guy that called in and was?
I recall that call in the aftermath.
Yes.
The one that called me.
Yes.
And
what did you think of that? What did you think of that phone call that you got on the aftermath like a week ago?
The way he called me out, and I just responded the way he calls me name. I responded, and I was thinking about that call. I was trying to see if I could still remember how I could recognize the voice.
Let me ask you something. So you were a corrections officer, Jeffrey.
Yes.
What was your first job that you ever got? When was your first job? Out of high school or something?
You mean very first job I ever had?
Yeah.
I worked in a chicken place, and I also worked at Taco Bell. I had a couple.
What do you
fast
mean a
food
chicken place? Like a
it's out
Kentucky
of
Fried
business
Chicken
now.
sort of thing or something?
It was called Sister's Chicken and Biscuits. It was the very first job I ever had.
Sister's Chicken and Biscuits.
Yeah, but they're out of business now. They've been out of business for like eons.
I wonder why.
Now, were you the only white guy that worked there?
No, it was a well-rounded mix in terms of employees' backgrounds.
All right. So then you worked at a Taco Bell.
Taco Bell for 3 years, and that was
3
during high
years.
school.
What'd you do at Taco Bell?
I did just about everything. Food prep, menu
Took
item
money
prep,
and that sort of
drive-through operator.
Yep. Yeah, really?
I wore the headset and everything.
Oh man, that must have been great. That was because that's almost like having a. Like being a pilot, you put that little headset on. It's almost like you're communicating back to flight control, right?
Well, in a way, because this way the customers in the dining room don't hear the people placing. I've taken some pretty gross out orders. I don't want to mention because I don't want to turn people's stomach.
Do you remember the script? If we do it real quick, if I pull up the Taco Bell right now, do you remember what to say?
You just say, "Welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order?" And then customer places their order. You read it back to them so that they've ordered the correct items, and then you give them their total, and you pull up to the window, and then you pay for it.
What else have you done? So you worked at Taco Bell, then what?
Then I tried to hand it, and then I left Taco Bell, and because they weren't really giving me enough hours, and then I tried working at McDonald's, which that to me was probably the worst fast food job I ever had.
You didn't like working at McDonald's?
Well, because they had oddball start times. Okay, and
what do you mean by that? They'd make you come in early or something?
No, they would make you come in at how most jobs they have you start at the top or bottom of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have you start at like maybe
5 o'clock or something.
No, they have come in like 5:15 or like 5:45, something like that.
That would throw you all off the whole rest of your day. Right. I get that. That's just like when I pump gas, I always have to stop on a whole dollar amount. Like I can't have it at like $46.03.
Right.
I wouldn't want to come in at $4.52 either. So. And then what? So then where'd you go after McDonald's?
Well, I was fired from McDonald's. Wait till I tell you the reason. You're gonna crack up. Ever heard of a term they use in fast food called T-Reds? It's what happens is when a customer orders about X amount of dollars worth of food, and if you go over a certain amount, you have to get the manager approval to have the stuff taken off.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. This is called a T-Red.
T-Red is the acronym for total reduced.
Okay.
If it goes over $35, you have to get manager approval. And I got fired over that because he says I had too many. And I said, it is not my fault that the customer is always right. And it's not my fault that the customer doesn't have enough money to pay for his order.
You said that to your boss?
When they did the exit interview, I voiced my opinion. I voiced how I felt about it, but I was respectful about it. I didn't haul off and use a ton of the 7 dirty words you can't say on TV.
You didn't like move your wedding ring over to the other hand.
No,
when you
I wasn't
were
married
doing
at the
your
time. I was single. I was still single.
Right.
You wouldn't swear at somebody, right?
Well,
you never. Do you ever swear?
I've sworn at my wife a couple times.
But just in general,
generally, no, I don't.
Generally, no.
Good. Don't swear. If you get irate or if something's annoying.
When do you think the last time you swore was?
I can't recall ever swearing at one of my bosses.
So how about ever in your life?
Just like, in your everyday life. When was the last time you swore that you can remember?
Oh, that's a tough one. I swear. When I'm at home and I get into an argument with my wife, I'll swear, at that time. But I won't get into a shouting match.
What do you think? Just ballpark. Are we talking an hour, a day, a week, a month?
Maybe 4 times a week.
4 times a week. All right. But the last time, you don't remember?
No.
Why?
Been a while?
Been a while then?
Been a while.
Sure,
because
sure.
when you get into this industry, I have to. They say the first thing they tell you to do is to change your speech patterns.
Oh, really?
Into what? In this industry?
No. What I'm saying is that you can't be using the 7 dirty words on the air.
That's right. All right. So you get fired from McDonald's for a T-Red violation. Which is what? Stands for what?
Total reduced. It's when the customer orders an X amount of dollars worth of food and it goes over a certain amount, the manager you have to have approval from the manager to reduce the total. And a lot of times that happens.
And you had too many T-Red violations.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I was fired.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So then then what was your next job?
The next job was Burger King. I worked there for 9 months.
Wow. Burger King. So you've hit up Sister's Chicken. You hit up Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Burger King.
Right. This is all in my really early. This was all before I was 25.
Okay. Right. Sure.
And I worked for Burger King for about 9 months, and then from then on, it was because they were all part-time jobs. So that was what they all have in common. They were all part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Why part-time? You in school?
I was part of it. I was in high school, and the other part I was attending Tri-C at that time.
At the age of 25, you were in high school?
No. I'm talking about before I was 25.
Okay. At 24, you were in high school.
No, even before that, it was between the time I was 19 and 22.
You were in high school.
No, I would graduate from high school when I was 19 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Because the way how my birthday falls in the school year.
Sure, I got you.
Okay.
I'm leading up here because there's a guy that's like, there's no way this guy was a corrections officer. I go, no, I talked to some of his coworkers at the very end of the show yesterday.
Confirmed.
I found it extremely hard to believe as well, but it's true. All right, so then you get fired from Burger King?
No, I left on good terms with them because I had started a full-time job, my first full-time job out at the Hopkins Airport. And at
Wait a second, what was your job there? Did you dress up as the king? You put on the tights and the crown and go out on the street and entice people to come in?
No, I didn't do none of that stuff. I worked inside the building. I did all manner of whatever was required.
Did they ever dress you up at any of these jobs?
No, they didn't dress me up
as
anything
a mascot
stupid.
or anything like that. You never had to do that. Okay, so then you got your first full-time job, which was what?
I was this was before I started working at Sky Chef. I worked at a company called Absolute Maintenance. They're out of business now. And
sounds like a lot of these companies that you work for go out of business. That has me very nervous, Jeffrey, that the show could go out of business because you're on it. So you worked at this place and you did what there?
We cleaned out the aircraft after they come in. Turned around the plane. We cleaned out the cabin and got it ready for the next load of passengers.
You were not doing any aircraft maintenance,
no.
were you? Okay, thank God.
Did you ever find anything interesting when you're cleaning it up?
I found a couple coins. I found some money.
Mm-hmm. And what do? You pocket that or you turn that in?
I'm like, if no one's looking, I pocket it.
Yeah, of course. Nice. That's what a normal person would do. Sure.
A nice quarter.
Yeah. You ever find cell phones or anything like that? Or?
No, I never found anything really valuable. If we find anything like that, like any real valuables, we're supposed to turn that over to the flight crew.
Sure.
What condoms?
No,
those used
yet.
condoms.
Do you know that people go into the bathroom in an airplane, the Mile High Club, and they bang their wife out in the airplane? Did you know that, Jeffrey?
I've heard tons of stories about that.
Would you have to clean the toilets and stuff in the aircraft?
We have equipment for that.
You do. What is it like?
We have like a stiff brush to clean out the toilet. We wore surgical gloves and for handling anything.
Sure. It was almost like you were a cleaning surgeon. All right. So then what happened to that? They went out of business or something?
No. Well, it was like they were just a subcontractor. Mm-hmm. Okay, and Continental went through so many of those companies because they went through 2 bankruptcies. If you remember the Continental's.
I remember it all.
Okay.
So then,
and then eventually, I worked there for about over a year.
Wow.
Wow, that was your first full-time job.
And then I got my job at Sky Chefs.
Sky Chefs. What did you do there?
And that was the company where I worked for the last 15 years.
15 years?
Wow.
Had on your belt there. What'd you do there?
I did everything. I did food prep. I was a materials person.
So
I brought in all.
So you were handling when I eat on an airplane. You were the person that was making it for me.
Yeah, I was. Bringing out. I did some of the food prep. I held some of those different. I worked in different departments over the course of time. My favorite one was working.
Remember, this is the guy that also does not wash his hands
after he goes to the bathroom.
Here in the building. Yeah.
So did you wear gloves?
We always wore gloves.
We
always wore gloves. All food handlers had to wear gloves.
Would you take those gloves off when you go to the restroom and then put new gloves on?
Yeah, we take the gloves off, go to the restroom, wash your hands, put new gloves on.
Because I see that in like fast food places, like in sub shops and stuff. Here's their method of operation. There, they have these like ratty ass plastic gloves on that look like the cheapest gloves ever made. They're making your sandwich.
And then
they take your money with those same gloves on. They open up the drawer. They put your money in. They get your change. They give it back. Then they start making a new
sandwich.
A new sandwich.
They're supposed to be putting on new gloves.
I go, what's the point of putting gloves on? You might as well just use your hands.
Right, you're touching money.
Right.
Anyhow, so okay. Anyways,
And
go
then
ahead.
I also drove a truck on the airfield and loaded the aircraft with all the equipment. You know, the
You
carts and
drove
carriers.
the truck right there on the tarmac and everything.
Yep.
Wow.
And that was
must have been
my
something.
favorite position. I held that position for the longest.
That must have
And then
been
when
something.
then when the airline industry started the downsizing, you know, when we had the big gas price spike, and then you had what happened in 9/11, a lot of stuff changed, so they started consulting. So I did they split like one half a day I'll be working out on the
You did
tarmac.
consulting. Is that what you said? Or no, consolidate.
Consolidate.
I thought I said consulting.
I know. I go, wow. So they hired him to consult other
Bankruptcy,
airports.
right.
No,
right
I
after
was
9/11,
consolidated.
the economy was
So
so
I
bad
was
they had to
spending-
bring in Jeffrey to turn things around.
Hello?
Yes. So,
So what happens is I spent half the day in one position, the other half the day working in another department. That's how they did it, because now everyone was supposed to start learning how to multitask, and everyone was cross-trained. Because like by the time I was laid off because of the drop in business, there was only like maybe 10 other people in the whole facility. Now when I started working there was about 250 employees in the facility when I started working there.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was
over-
down
as
to
the
10?
years went down, as the years went by, it just kept whittling it down.
But they kept you there. They kept you there as one of the best workers, right?
Yeah, he liked
Because I had a solid work ethic.
Yes,
I went in, did
he
my
does.
job, didn't try to win popularity contests. I just went in, did my job. I told my boss, I say, look, I'm here to do a job and go home.
Oh.
Oh.
And he agreed with me.
That's right. Yes.
Right,
That's
most
what-
people would.
All right. So then what? What happened after that place?
And then I eventually,
got
I
fired
was laid
or
off.
what?
I was
Laid
out of work
off.
for 7 months.
Okay, sure. Collecting unemployment.
And then I found my job at where I currently work now, which is United Security Services Management.
Well, wait a second. Wait.
Where's the corrections officer?
Where's the
No,
corrections
it's
officer?
private. It's a private
No.
security company. They secure.
Where is he? Wait a second. Am I getting your full work history here? Or are you leaving some
Well,
stuff
you
out?
asked me. You started working me with my full work history because you said you found it fascinating.
Yes, I know.
Where's the
corrections officer?
That was between that was during the time I was like between 98 and 99. That 4 months. And
between what jobs? Taco Bell?
No, it was during the time I was working at Sky Chef. I was trying that job out part time
as a corrections officer.
Yeah.
And then what happened was that the prisoners, I got this tip off. The prisoners somehow, I don't know how this happened, but they put a cup of pink cleaning fluid, like floor cleaning fluid, on Jeffrey's desk. I didn't know that the inmates are just walking around there, but I guess they are.
must be when they walk back to their cells. Must be minimum security.
Just like a common area or something.
It's like a pod area.
A pod area. So there's like little benches and stuff.
They have like it's ringed with it's like a day area.
So there's like a common area where there's probably like some picnic bench sort of things. This is inside, but they have like some tables and benches there, and then there's cells all around that, surrounding that.
That's the way it's laid out.
So every now and then they get out for a couple hours. They get to interact with each other. So they came up and they somehow swapped out your. You thought it was pink lemonade, but it was actually floor cleaning fluid.
Yeah.
You drank that, and then you had to go to the hospital. And that was pretty much the end of your corrections.
Pretty much.
They must have
career.
They must have distracted him. Like, hey, look at this, and then switched out his.
No, I was out
your
doing
lemonade.
around. I was doing around through the pod. I think when he pulled that switch.
So you worked as a corrections officer. Mm-hmm. And you had to go through like an academy?
Yes, we did.
And
How
you
long?
graduated this.
Yeah, how long was the academy?
The academy was
15
roughly
minutes.
8 weeks.
8 weeks, you said?
8 weeks of training. So you're in the academy for a couple of months.
8 weeks isn't bad. What's the police academy? 6 months, you know? So
Was it that long? 6 months?
So 2 months of training.
So you got
Wow.
through, and they hired you, and they said this guy will be qualified as a corrections officer, and they hired you.
Yeah. I mean, I was interviewed and everything. Went through the full Monty,
Yeah,
as they say.
Full Monty?
Sure, right.
Well,
of
you know,
course.
they interviewed me, you know, and I mean, like they even because like the first day you're in the academy, they give you a complete overview of our justice system.
Will you do will you do something for me? I want you to reenact something. I want Dumb to stand up, please. Dumb, if you'll put the person on hold. I want Dumb to stand up. I know Jeffrey's sick, but everyone just move away from him. If you could come in here just for a moment, please. Just come in. No. Just I don't want to take a lot of time to do this. Just come in here real quick, Dom and Jeffrey. Come in here, please. I want to see if he really was qualified to do this corrections officer gig, because I find it fascinating that our government. Who'd you work for? This is the
government or the county or the state?
Or who were you an employee of?
The county sheriff is the one that runs the jail.
So you were you worked for the county sheriff's office. I have to take a real close look at our county sheriff now.
If he passed the training,
Jim
Rover
McFall was the sheriff at the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, all right.
I think they probably by now stiffen the requirements.
Listen, so how tall are you, Jeffrey?
5'5".
5'5". What do you weigh?
About 170.
175.5. Okay, so you're a little guy. Now, Dumb, just pretend that he is an inmate. What would the inmates do to sort of act up, and you'd have to, they weren't supposed to do, but you would often find them doing something?
I would,
peeing on a wall, smearing poop on the wall, fighting. Would they ever fight? Would they be disrespectful?
If they were disrespectful to me, you really couldn't really do anything.
Well, wait a second. Hang on.
Wait till I tell you. You really couldn't do anything physically to the inmate because only the sergeants and the corporals actually did that.
What was your rank?
My thing was, it's like either I say, stop it, clean it up, or you go into you lock up for a certain period of time.
Now, did you have a rank though? You said sergeant.
I have a rank. I wasn't ranked.
You weren't even
I wasn't. I wasn't in there long enough to either make corporal or sergeant.
No.
But you hit a man down on you, right?
Yeah, man down unit. If it gets really out of control, you hit that, and then the pops bum rush by everyone on that floor.
Sure. All right. So here's what I want you to reenact for me. Dumb's an inmate. He's big. How tall are you, Dom?
6'2".
6'2". What do you weigh? 400? A little under 400?
Yeah, a little under.
All right. You start acting up. You're acting a fool. You're in there. Jeffrey, you are the only corrections officer on the floor in your pod, as you would call it at this point. I want you to show me how you would diffuse the situation when Dom is becoming belligerent, maybe even coming after you a little bit. You went through all the 8 weeks of the academy. I want to see what you learned. Dom, if you could please act like an inmate. You may even have a shank or a shiv or something, too.
Hey, CEO, you bitch! You bitch, where's my food, bitch? I'm hungry.
So?
Give me some food up in this bitch.
So?
Right now, bitch. Come on, you retard. Give me my food, you bitch. You four-eyed freak. Where's my food, bitch?
I don't know.
Where's my food?
I don't know.
Bitch, give me my food right now.
Tom's getting in his face.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing, man.
You ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing.
You got a problem?
You ain't got a problem. You stink, man. You stink.
Wait a second. Hang on.
Oh, my God.
He just dropped the mother effer. Whoa.
Oh, that's the first time he's sworn in a long time,
Oh, my goodness. Wow. So he is prone to dropping those mother effers.
Wow. But the training kicked in. Did you see that?
Yes, he got right in Dumb's face. Did you see that?
I stepped towards him and he stepped right up to me.
Wow. Did you see that? That's something, we should have that on video. I mean, that was impressive. I mean, you got right up in his grill. I thought,
I really thought he might just throw me down for a second.
Were you, Jeffrey? What was your next step? If he didn't back down, what would... you get on the microphone there. He learned the CO stuff. He hasn't learned radio yet.
If he was actually going to try and throw it, I'd try to block it.
You would block his...
I would try to block every punch he throws. That's the whole idea. That's what we were taught.
Can you do a punch in slow motion, Dom, to see how he'd block it?
Yeah, just in slow motion. There he goes. There. Oh,
wow.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
double block.
Double block. Wow. You look like Jackie Chan there for a moment.
Yeah, he did.
Just a paler version of Jackie Chan.
Rover's Morning Glory starts live in 7 minutes.
All right, Jim Norton is here. He's going to be over at House of Blues tonight, 8 o'clock. 216-523-BLUE to purchase tickets. You met Jeffrey, our new intern. You met him out there.
Yes, fascinating individual.
This is the first time I was telling. This is the first time that actually this is the second time I think I've seen him where he hasn't been wearing his flight suit, Dieter.
I wish you would have worn that for Jim though, so he could see what he looks like in that.
Right. Of all the days,
yeah,
he came in. He started talking to Jim Norton during that commercial break, and I sent him out there. I said, why don't you come up with 5 things you want to ask Jim Norton?
Oh, he's ready.
And come on in here. Let's bring Jeffrey, the intern, in here. Let's see how he would do as an interviewer.
Oh.
Do you mind being interviewed by Jeffrey the
I
Intern?
certainly don't.
One of the things an interviewer has to be prompt, and I don't see. Here he comes. There he is.
Should I get his cans, he said.
Jeffrey, take the blue microphone right there. The blue or the green, whatever one you want, whatever's most comfortable for you. You got these are your, what did you say? These are your magic cans? Lucky cans. What is so lucky about these headphones?
What's so lucky? Well, I'm gonna use this microphone here.
Okay, all right.
Take your time.
Yes, please settle
I like
in.
this guy. He settles in. He relaxes.
Right. No rush.
No.
I mean, Jim's got all day. Plug the cans in. Grab a smoke.
Yes, yes.
I don't smoke.
Oh, well, okay.
This is the first, you're not wearing your flight suit today. Where is your flight suit?
It's in the wash right now.
It is. And you're wearing, it looks to be almost like a workout outfit. This is very tight.
Yeah.
I haven't seen these sweatpants since, that style of sweatpants since at least 1987, I don't think.
Well, you won't believe where I got them from. I got them from Aldi of all places because they were cheap. They were cheap and they fit.
I believe
so I had to
it.
be comfortable.
You're dressed like my mom when she had her period. Just that one horrible same color sweats. It's really horrendous.
Well, unfortunately, I never had a really good sense of fashion.
No?
Unfortunately. I never followed fashion trends, really. I mean, I just what I thought I looked good in, even in high school.
You
So
didn't follow the trend. You blazed your own trail.
Yes.
Basically, I remember one time in high school, and this outfit got a lot of attention. I had a flannel shirt, blue jeans, and cowboy boots.
Oh, the cowboy look.
Yeah, and you know what? And you know what's so funny? None of the football players ever mess with me because they know I'll kick it where it counts.
Oh, yeah, the boots.
Your boots.
Right.
Right.
All right, so you were given the assignment. This poor guy that you brought with you has been sitting out there, sitting next to Jeffrey the entire time.
So I'm sure they enjoyed each other's company very much.
You've been conversing out there with this.
He was pretty busy with his cell phone, I guess, doing some the stuff that he.
It's amazing how that happens. People are talkative, and then when you sit down next to them, they really get into their BlackBerry. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's file trading with Roman Polanski online.
What did you come up with for Jim Norton?
Well, one of the things I thought was interesting was how did he get his start in comedy?
It's a good question because nobody ever thinks to ask that. So it's always good when you sit down and somebody begins breaking ground immediately. I had always wanted to be a comedian, Jeffrey, and I went on at a bar one time and I tried it.
Okay. Did someone ever try to dare you? Say you're sitting in a comedy club. You're watching a comedian, you say, I can do better than this guy. And someone says, well, I'll bet $50 you can do it better.
Yes, that absolutely happened one time. I was watching Yaphet Kotto perform.
Okay.
And he said, if you can do better, I'll teabag you. And I did, he did, and here we are, 21 years later.
You're 21 years later doing comedy. Who was one of your biggest influences? That is the person that you admired the most that you said you wanted to be like.
Joseph Goebbels. I would say
Joseph Goebbels.
Yeah.
Propaganda minister. Very good German comedian.
I would say Pryor's my favorite, but I didn't want to be
he's one of my favorites. He was one of the first
about
ones.
You. That's what we should hear about.
One of the first comedians I started listening to because my older brother. Here's a really good cut and dry story. My older brother had.
That's the type of story I like to hear too. Cut and dry, no humor, no point to it. Just a good cut and dry story.
No, just real quick. Make a long story short. My older brother had Eddie Murphy's 1983 comedian number, which is based on the Del Rio show he did back in Constitution Hall in 1983.
Right.
And for the minute we put that needle hit that record, I was just laughing too hard I couldn't stop.
That's the way it is with a comedy record. That's worth its weight.
Have you ever thought about doing comedy, Jeffrey?
I crashed and I tried it on an open mic night at the Improv.
You did?
I did try it. I
will pay for that tape.
Yeah. Everybody has that.
I got a $1,000 bounty on that tape right now. I got to get that for roverradio.com.
No, but see, I tried.
Would you consider, after reviewing that tape, would you consider giving him a break? It's funny how after he's in here for a while, I start almost mimicking him.
Right.
Would you consider taking him on tour with you, perhaps, Norton?
It would depend. I would have to see the material. I would have to see if I thought I could follow him. He may be a powerhouse, and I don't know it.
I don't know, but see, like I said, first time I actually tried it, I crashed and burned.
Yeah.
What happens?
It happens. So, like I said, nah, maybe
it does happen.
comedy might not be for me.
Well, everyone crashes and burns. That's not an indicator. If you don't crash and burn, then there's something wrong with you.
You're not flying high enough. That's right.
Well, the material, I just had to work. I kind of worked up the material right off the top. I had was to talk about my experience, working at a fast food place, and.
So you didn't actually think any of this out in advance. You just went up there.
I just went up there, grabbed the mic, see if I can make people laugh. But I guess
What's your last name?
LaRoque.
I can see the A&E biography now. Jeffrey LaRoque, fetal alcohol syndrome. But from being a disaster in the womb to mainstream success, you're on your way, my friend.
Well, like I said, my mom was in labor with me for 10 hours.
Wow.
Was she really?
She told me. I remember the story my mom used to tell me when she was pregnant with me.
She's trying to punch it back in with a bat. Oh God, this thing is not done yet.
No, she used to tell the story how she was shaped like a basketball when she was pregnant with me.
All women are.
But and I just popped out, and here's the funny thing, though. When I was a little kid, I didn't talk very early, okay? I was speech late as a kid, so I wound up going to speech therapy. And now
he hasn't stopped since.
Well, here's the thing. My mom now regrets it. Now I'm finally I found a way to channel it now. Being in this,
that's cool. Cool.
I really enjoy it. I've
Most
enjoyed
people
all
who
the
get into radio enjoy speaking.
Yes. Well, we just found out the other day that he did have another job we just uncovered. I know it doesn't look like this. Radio may be better suited than his previous job. He has had a lot of fast food jobs, but he was a corrections officer in a prison.
Can you believe that?
No, it was a county jail downtown.
Yeah, in the county jail.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you do? You were a stunt ass. When they had no new fish, they would just send him in.
Well, the funny thing was,
they're getting a little unruly on cell block C. Send Jeffrey over there.
And his assless chaps. His cowboy boots.
No, but like I said, it was a really interesting job. But I'm just not. I would just.
All right, wait a second. So you're in the middle of an interview with Jim Norton.
Okay, now back to the interview.
Going.
Now it's did you ever date a porn star?
I did not. No, I've had sex with a few porn girls, but I've never really.
Because I was wondering if you remember. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember a famous 70s porn star named Vanessa Del Rio?
Of course I do.
Would you ever date her?
Would I had married Vanessa Del Rio?
No. Would you? If she came in this room right now, started flashing her,
Yeah.
Would you?
Well, let me ask you a question. Now, when you asked me what I said I'd marry her, and then you said no, but would I have sex with her? What made you backtrack? If I said I'd marry her, that means I'd have sex with her.
I was just like, it's like the first time I ever got down.
Her genitals make Lady Gaga's look small and healthy. I love Vanessa Del Rio.
So this is a chick that has a big.
She was legendary for it.
She is legendary.
Legendary
now,
for it.
Back in the 70s, were you were even able to see that past? Because she probably wasn't even shaved back then.
She wasn't shaved, no. But with the hair, it didn't matter. It was like Kennedy on his way to Parkland Memorial. It was like the hair just didn't cover up the hair.
Out. It was just all They're trying to contain it there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But also I want to ask you do you watch
a lot of porn, Jeffrey?
No.
You don't.
Never? Vanessa Del Rio. Why pull that one out of the hat?
Well, no, because someone I had a friend of mine at my previous job that showed me one of her old movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought, whoa.
How did that happen exactly? What was your previous job?
Yeah.
Well, my previous job prior to before I got laid off, I did airline catering for 15 years.
So at your airline catering job, how did they show you Vanessa Del Rio porn?
He had a portable DVD player.
He or she showed you this?
It was a gentleman I knew very well,
and
I worked with.
And did he do anything while you were watching the video when you were distracted? Did he slip down your airline plane restocking trousers and service you?
No.
What? All right. So, do you have any other questions?
Okay, my last question is talk about some of your favorite joke or punchline. You have any favorite material you think you're really proud of?
Yeah, I do a thing about how men and women are different, which I feel really good about. I do some very funny impressions.
What happens to, how come those socks, you put 2 socks in the dryer and you always get one less when you take it out?
One's missing.
That's what he's famous for.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Some of my favorite material came from...
I figured this would kind of segue back into that.
Well, yeah.
I'm a springboard for you to express yourself. I understand what's happening.
Some of my favorite comedians' materials, like when George Carlin talks about anything, takes an everyday observation and makes a joke about it.
Can you do one of his jokes, George Carlin? What's your favorite one?
Well, if it's my one is where he talks about the difference between the unique differences between baseball and football, because it's something that's you can say on the air without having to use the dump button.
Well, let's hear it.
And he talks about, he goes, baseball is different from any other sport because the defensive team is the one that puts the ball in play, and if the offensive team touch it, you're out. And he goes, also, baseball is a 19th century pastoral game. Football is a 20th century technological struggle. And baseball was the only sport where the manager or the coach wears the same uniform as the players. And he goes on to say, can you imagine Bill Parcells in his New York Giants uniform? Something like that.
Oh, that's great. You've actually managed to take a bit. I like when a bit is stripped of all humor and interest. And it's the bare bones.
It's
These are the words.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
That was great. It's no comedic inflection whatsoever. Just these are the words. Stripped of any meaning or pleasurable results.
I mean, like I said, I only remembered what I could remember because my wife saw it on YouTube, and I thought it was one of the funniest things I ever saw.
How long have you been married, Jeffrey?
10 years.
What's your wife like? Do you attract the same type of women I do? I prefer a dirtier girl. Is she a nice girl?
She's a nice girl, but can get dirty at times.
Wow.
She can get dirty at times? Where'd you meet her?
Well, here's the funny thing. I was riding my bike up the street. I was running an errand to the bank, and her mother blurts out, and I've told this story to Rover when I first came on the air, when I started interning here. Sure. Her mother goes, "Hey, you, stop that bike. I want you to meet my daughter." Just like that. Because my wife was eyeing me for quite some time. Here's what she would do. She would walk up one side of the street in a nice outfit, go back home, change outfits, walk the other side of the street, just try to get my attention.
In a different outfit.
That sounds very emotionally. That's a person that's put together well emotionally, who just changes clothes and marches up and down the block.
And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we walked up to Taco Bell together because I had to get something, grab something for my mom and dad. Sure. Next thing you know, we started talking.
Absolutely.
We dated for about a year, and then we decided we were the right two people for each other. And then,
Did she come and visit you in Bill Cox's outfit while you were repairing lawnmower blades?
No.
Okay.
All right, Jeffrey. So this was your first interview. Now what you have to learn is when the interview is over.
Uh-huh.
So I thank you for coming in.
Good job, man.
And
if
there's anything else, if you go back in the hallway, you can have Dumb send me an instant message if there's anything pressing or something. Any other question that you want to.
It was good stuff, though.
Throw out there. Yeah,
I appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Right.
For the first interview, Jim.
Right.
I mean, you've probably seen worse, right?
I've seen much worse. I thought that was actually, you got right to the meat of it quickly. There was no dancing around. It was right to what made you want to start. Would you have sex with Vanessa Del Rio? I mean, you pretty much washed your hands of everything. And in between every question, you had a story. I think that's what was important.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, fellas. Rover, thank you for allowing me to do this. I appreciate it. I'm quite sure my school's director would be very proud of me on this one.
Yes.
Yeah, you should record this and
this
give
is
it to him.
a ringing endorsement for the Ohio Center for Broadcasting.
Yeah. I think you did a very good job your first time out.
All right. Thank you very much, fellas. See you guys later.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Adam, you're on Rover's Morning Glory with Jim Norton. Good morning, Adam. It's getting difficult for me. I
You think
don't
Jeffrey
like going.
goes to the dentist?
Oh, for sure. You smell, yeah. He always has
smell his breath?
Clean breath.
So Jeffrey was have him come in here a second.
Here or in there?
No, in here.
Oh.
Every time I want, I don't need the peanut gallery talking about where he comes in every time. And here and there.
You guys, Rover, you guys see that? Look at this jacket. How sweet is that?
That is. It looks like a saddle. He's wearing a saddle.
like a catcher's mitt.
No, that's a stain.
Stained gum.
From the backseat of a car.
You have gum on your leather jacket? It's very orange. It's like a bright orange leather jacket.
Jeffrey, turn around. Look at this shoulder over here.
You have bird poop all over your jacket.
Look,
Ew.
Look. No, turn to the right, Jeffrey.
It's bird crap.
No, the other side.
Oh, he does have bird poop on his jacket.
That's bird crap.
No, that's something white.
Wait, turn around. Let me see. Let me look.
How's it get that high?
Remember when...
I think that's bird crap. He's definitely got bird crap on his...
Remember when Seinfeld wore that jacket in the snow and it got all warped?
And he turned it inside out. It was pink and white.
Yeah, right. But after it was all warped and stuff, that's what the jacket looks like. Jeffrey's jacket.
Jeffrey, that's bird poop on your shoulder. You were walking a bird pooped, right? You didn't feel that?
Microphone, baby.
No, I didn't.
Get your cans on.
Can you guys see that? Can you guys get
that's definitely bird poop.
That's definitely bird poop on your shoulder, bro.
How old's that jacket, Jeffrey?
Oh, it's pretty old.
Well, give me the year. And
I probably got about Christmas, like when I finished high school.
So what year?
About 1990. That's when I got it.
Wow, don't be ashamed of it, man. I have jackets from that old.
Yeah, that could be a collector's item. You hold on to that long enough, it'll come back in style in another 20 years.
Hopefully it will.
Who knows?
It fits.
So I was talking to you. You were talking about a porn star, Vanessa Del Rio. That is your porn star. And he said, I would love to interview her. You want to interview her?
Yeah, I would like to see if I could get another test of my interview skills. If I did good with interviewing Jim Norton, I figure I can interview anybody if I just do a little planning.
And what is it about Vanessa Del Rio? You seemed really interested in interviewing her in particular.
Well, just like learning how she got into the business, at a time.
Former porn star. Right.
Yeah, how she got into the business and everything, a little bit about her life story, what she did when she was younger, that kind of stuff.
And you're fascinated by her. You really like her.
Well, I'm just fascinated by her biography.
What is it?
She has an autobiography out called 50 Years of Slutty Behavior, and it's like, I think it sells for like $400. Because it's personally autographed by her. The book is. From what I saw I forgot what website I found that out on, but
Did your wife know you're...
So you're Googling Vanessa Del Rio, basically.
Well, well, I had a friend of mine that I used to work with told me about her.
Right.
Now, this friend was a black guy or a white guy?
Black guy I used to work with.
Black guy. They told you about this. Have you Googled Vanessa Del Rio yet?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Does she like black guys?
She's a looker.
Well, he was talking about like this porn star, and I was like, wow, Vanessa Del Rio, this must be like some, he said this 70s porn and whatnot.
Is that a guy?
So DC, you looking at this, Dieter?
Oh, yeah, I've seen her.
And you have to
Jeffrey
do a Google image search of Vanessa Del Rio. And this is like a prime woman to you, huh? I mean, what would you do?
I guess I just want to,
what would you do? Let's say that your wife were to die in a horrible car crash today, and you were single. And a year from now, you met Vanessa Del Rio. What would you do with her?
God willing, who knows?
You like these big pepperoni nips? Jeffrey?
Honey, I think it's a guy,
these
isn't
are
it?
huge.
I was stunned when I saw these pictures of her. I was just like, wow, this is really right up your alley, huh?
Well, the thing of it is like I said, remember when I interviewed Jim Norton on Friday? He said he dated a lot of strippers, when he was younger?
Yeah.
And I asked him, if you wanted to date one porn star, would you date, let's say Vanessa Del Rio, because he wanted me to throw out a name. And he said, oh, yeah. Because he decides to tell the look on his face.
Wow, she's hideous, sweetie.
Her areolas are bigger than my feet.
Are you into big nipples and big areolas? Does that turn you on? Look at he's blushing. Take your hands out of your pockets.
What's your favorite...
Look at him blush.
Jeffrey, what's your favorite body part on a girl? What do you like? You're a breast man, a leg man, ass?
Usually it's the creamers.
You like the breasts. Huh?
That's why he likes her, is huge ass boobs.
I mean, these things are huge.
There's other girls with big boobs that don't look like a man.
She looks like a man, sweetheart.
A black man.
Yes.
Well, she actually, I think she's Cuban. I think that's her nationality.
A Cuban man.
Well, I don't know. She looks like a woman to me.
Wow. What does your wife look like?
Your wife?
No, my wife. Let's put it this way: my wife's better looking, though.
No, your wife is better looking than.
Say that.
Vanessa Del.
Would your wife mind if you interviewed a porn star?
I even pitched the idea to her yesterday. I said I wouldn't be surprised if I actually did get to interview a porn star. She says as long as you don't touch her.
Well, anyone who's you do have to Google Vanessa Del Rio to see Jeffrey's dream woman. I was a little bit
surprised.
I was a little bit surprised. I have to be honest with you. I was, and someone just sent me an instant message there, like, were you surprised that it was a black chick? And no, that doesn't surprise me. That's not. It's just the look is what it is.
I mean, she's definitely old school. This is 70s porn here.
Oof.
Big time.
No, she doesn't shave anywwant
Have you watched her videos, honey?
I caught a long time ago. I caught maybe a small.
You want to come watch some video?
Yeah, I'm gonna play one. Just what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Oh, you're gonna play him a little bit of a Vanessa Del Rio porno over there.
Yeah.
Oh, watch his
It's called
pants.
Vanessa Del Rio gangbang. Just just commentate. What do you say?
No.
Or just what do you feel?
Yeah. What do you think about what you're seeing on the screen right there?
Hit play, Dieter.
I am. It's buffering.
Oh. You should see Jeffrey just keeps getting closer and closer and closer to the screen.
Want a telescope?
He's got his nose right up against the screen.
When's the last time you watched porn, sweetie? Talking to the mic, honey.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
When's the last time you watched porn? You okay?
A long time ago.
Okay, it's okay.
He's like stunned right now. Like he
Okay,
can't.
sweetie.
Is anything even playing over there?
Yeah, here you go.
Ahead. What do you see?
The butt.
His hands just went in his pocket. It's okay. You deserve to watch it. Every guy can watch porn. You're not doing anything wrong.
Oh God, I can't believe that.
What? I can't see it over here, Jeffrey. What's going on?
Tell him in radio terms. What are you saying?
Let's just say she's giving up to multiple guys.
She's giving it up
Like
to multiple guys.
Assembly line style.
Nice.
One after the other.
Does that turn you on a little? It doesn't turn you on? What? Get your hands out of your pocket. You can keep watching, sweetie.
Let me put my cans back on because
He's nervous. You okay? I feel bad that you don't watch it, honey.
like I said, it's been a long time since I watched porn because I do a lot of it in my own bedroom with
with yourself?
No, with her.
You don't ever
Vanessa Del Rio?
No,
with your wife.
You don't ever with yourself, sweetie? No?
Wait, you don't do that to yourself. You never take care of business?
That's her job.
Ooh.
That's my wife's job.
Do you ever think of Vanessa when you're like on top of your wife? Never?
Nope.
Wow.
But
I've done that before. I'll be with a girl and I'll think of somebody else.
You never
Something
do
to be
that.
ashamed of.
No.
Jeffrey, you've never taken care of yourself?
Taking matters into your own hands?
No.
I don't buy. Come on.
You've never,
everyone.
ever?
I just did it 3 times in one day the other day.
Jesus.
Okay, so
Even I now do it.
Yeah,
so.
I don't believe that you've never done it, Jeffrey. Oh, look, he's blushing.
Oh, jeez.
Are you okay?
Come on, are you having a heart attack?
Rover, he did it on freaking video during the dance-off. You think he doesn't do it? Remember? It's like I never done it. We have video proof during the striptease he was doing it. I think he does it more often than we...
He did when he walked over here. Doozy kept saying, take your hands out of your pockets. I did notice that when he walked over there, he put his headphones back on. He immediately put his hands into his pockets of that flight suit again.
To pocket pull.
Jeffrey, are you okay?
Are you okay?
I don't know because I'm ready to have a heart attack from laughing so hard.
Oh my God. You're on medication too. Be careful.
Yeah. You're right about... For... I don't know if I can take myself. But now if I just get it all out of my system. I figured I'll give you guys. Look at Doogie. She's laughing. She's laughing just as hard as I am.
Wow.
But anyways, like I said, my wife takes care of me. I don't have to. I don't have to do it.
You never do that yourself. I mean, you said you had to get it all out of your system. You never, get a box of Kleenex or anything, and you've never, not once in your entire life, have you?
Not that I can recall.
When you were little?
Wow.
Nope.
You guys buy this story? You guys buy that?
No.
He's looking.
You don't have. Charles, that's your opinion, okay?
Let me ask you something. Before you got married, you weren't getting a bunch of girls, were you?
No, I wasn't getting a bunch of girls.
Okay, so you didn't ever take care of business in some of those dry spells you were having with the ladies?
Just
not into that or what?
You never.
That's just not me.
You ever put your pillow down and humped your pillow pretending it was a woman?
No. I'll tell you one quick story. My wife had a favorite pillow of hers, and she even gave it a nickname. She had this when we first started dating. She had this it was like a sandbag pillow, real thick sandbag pillow, and she gave it a nickname. She called it Grover Jones.
Rover Jones?
No, Grover Jones.
Oh,
Tony, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Tony.
Hey, what's up, Rover? How you guys doing? Doogie, everybody doing good?
Hey, good morning, Tony. How are you?
I just wanted to straighten you guys out on that Vanessa Del Rio chick. Her real name is not Del Rio. She's really a black chick, and she's the sister of Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad.
Oh,
get out of here! Really?
Yeah, and she's her main movies that she came out with was Made in Manhattan, Filthy Rich, and Inside Vanessa Del Rio back in the day.
Wow.
Hey, Jeffrey, come over here. I want you to see this photo that I found of her. Does this really turn you on? Come, you got to come all the way over here. Come over.
He's nervous.
Wait, he's cousins with who? The lady from the Cosby Show?
Yes.
No, yeah, she's a sister of Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad, and Debbie Allen, who was married to Norm Nixon, the basketball player, and Felicia Rashad off the Cosby Show. If you Google them and look and put their faces together, you'll see how they look so much alike.
Wow. That's
Those look like implants. They don't look like they're real. They look like
I love that lady from the Cosby Show.
I wonder if Felicia Rashad's vagina looks like this. I mean, you see
She
this,
was
Steven?
married to what's his face?
Ahmad Rashad.
Yeah,
For a long time.
Keep it clean.
They're not together anymore?
Oh my God,
No,
no.
I think they're divorced.
Years.
You got to remember, Felicia Rashad's maiden name is Felicia Ayers Allen.
Oh, yeah? What year was she born?
I don't know what year she was born, but I remember her. She started doing the Cosby Show before she married Ahmad Rashad.
Right.
So when she started doing the Cosby Show, she was known as Felicia Ayers Allen, and then when she married Ahmad Rashad, she became known as Felicia Rashad.
So Felicia Ayers Allen and Debbie Allen are sisters, along with Vanessa Del Rio.
That's why that's her, because like Ayers Allen is Felicia Rashad's maiden name.
Joe in Rochester, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, what's up?
He's getting all lightheaded and giggly there because his blood's going elsewhere.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's all heading south. It's heading to the other head, as they say.
I think that he has touched himself and he's just embarrassed.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
And it's
did you see
okay.
how red his face? Look,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying when I say I did it 3 times in one day, like just a couple of days ago. So
Yeah, everybody's humped a pillow or two. Come on, Jeffrey.
Admit it.
If you take 2 pillows together and push them together, it actually is kind of like a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not once have you done that, Jeffrey? Not even once.
Never?
Oh, be honest, man. Come on.
Come on.
I'm serious, Chocolate Charlie.
Come on, man. Admit it. I
I'm
know
serious.
how I was in middle school. I wouldn't admit to it, but now
even
we've
when
all
you were a
grown
kid?
up. We've all grown up here. We're adults.
Charlie, listen to me. I can honestly tell you I've never done it.
Don't get all worried about it. We're not going to judge you because you do it.
Yeah, back off, buddy. Just tell back off, Charlie.
Wow, anger.
All right, I've got to take a quick break. We will be right back. Google Vanessa Del Rio if you want to see Jeffrey's perfect woman. Vanessa Del Rio.
Come on, let's watch some more porn. Come over here.
DEL space RIO. Vanessa Del Rio is his perfect woman. He fantasizes about her. That's the woman he says if he could interview anyone, he wants to interview Vanessa Del Rio.
We're at Jim Norton, and somebody just yelled out Vanessa Del Rio to him. And he's like, what? Who are you? Who is talking? And it's like, Jeffrey's talking. No, it's so funny.
If you could interview Barack Obama or Vanessa Del Rio, who would you choose?
That's a tough one because I'd like to ask Barack Obama a bunch of hard questions myself about why his policies aren't working.
Which would be harder, you or the questions you ask Barack Obama?
Hello.
I have no idea.
He didn't get the question.
We will be right back on Rover's Morning Glory. Hang on.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Did you book... someone sent me an instant message. They want to know if that girl that was on the hookup, if she has a roverradio.com profile, Dieter. You know?
No, I don't think so.
Let me go.
I can find out. We'll find out. I'm talking to her right
She didn't
after.
tell me she did.
Okay.
Any girl that you sign up for the hookup from here on out, just have them create one.
Okay.
I put it in an email, but I don't know if she ever got around to it because she's pretty busy fighting off guys, she said.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the same thing?
Yeah, big problem I got.
Alex, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Rover, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up, man?
All right. Hey, you were talking about going to Europe and possibly taking a chick with you.
Yes.
Actually got a pretty funny story about that. I was actually in Iraq last year, and one of my buddies, he decided to go to Europe for his 2 weeks and take this girl that he had been talking to for a couple years. Thought they were going to have a nice romantic couple weeks. They went to Paris about 4 days in, and she completely shut him down.
Oh, my God.
Nothing. So the next day, they got on a train back to Belgium where they were staying, and he sent her packing.
See, what a guy. That's my hero. He just goes, hey, you're not putting out? Get the hell out of it. Get the hell off this continent, bitch. Go home.
Yeah, he sent her packing and spent the next 2 weeks having fun on his own.
Yeah,
that might be your best. I mean, if you just pick some random chick to go to Europe with you for 2 weeks, which could be fun.
I just have people enter at roverradio.com.
But she'd have to bang you.
Right, the first. I mean, I'm not putting up. He waited 4 days. It's the first night, honey.
Right. No, it's on the plane ride over there.
Yeah. Mile High Club. We're joining it. If not, you're out.
Right, exactly. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Or I can take Chocolate Charlie. He's really lobbying hard for that.
Or you go by yourself.
No, go with me. Don't F this up for me, Doogie.
Well, someone here sent me an instant message. Money says, taking a girl to Europe will be stupid. How are you supposed to hook up with those freaky Euro chicks when you have an American girl?
Oh, true. That's completely true.
Oh, is it the red light district? You guys could go there?
Those are hookers.
I don't know.
Why not get a hooker?
It's like bringing sand to the beach, they say.
See, I'm a little bit worried, though, with Chocolate Charlie. He is... he just doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that, you go over to Europe and chicks are flocking to him.
And you take over?
Not that they're flocking to me.
You by yourself? You think you're doing any better?
No, but yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I really do.
He's like that skinny emo kind of Brit look, though. That chicks are into that over there. You know what I mean?
No, they all look like that over there.
Yeah, but once they find out that I'm American, they're going to go, he's American, but he looks like us. I can get along with this guy.
I don't know. There's something, I don't know. The guy...
There's no downsides.
I think you're a vagina repellent.
Vagina repellent?
I think so.
Vagina repellent.
Although he does have a good girlfriend.
I
know when he's drunk, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Vaginas flock to me.
No, they don't.
They're flocking to me.
We were in Jamaica, though, and those chicks were dancing with
big time. I brought those chicks to us. If it was you and Dom, none of those chicks would have never shown up, but I brought them to us.
And, he was dancing with those girls and stuff. I will give him that.
Yes.
He does have no shame, so that is kind of...
It helps.
That can be an icebreaker when you have no shame, where you just pull your pants down and start dancing in your boxer shorts with sunglasses on in the middle of a dance club.
Yeah, that does help.
I don't have that same... I don't have that particular game. I don't know what game he's playing.
Yeah, did he get laid out of that?
I won the dance contest. I could have gotten laid.
Okay,
I could have gotten laid.
That's not game.
You think so?
Oh, I think I definitely could have.
You think so?
I took the high road. I had a girlfriend at the time. I had to go into the room and
at
go
the
to
time.
sleep.
You still have a girlfriend.
I know. I know.
Do you think she'd break up with you if you went to Europe for 2 weeks?
No.
I wish. And I get back together when I get back.
You'd have to do that.
Yeah. You should tell her, look, I'm going to break up with you now before I go, because who knows, I could crash into the Atlantic Ocean. Terrorists could blow me up on the tube in London. I just don't want you to, lose your boyfriend and then not be able to move on with your life. So let's just break up now.
And if I come back, maybe we'll talk about getting back together.
Yeah. Put it like you're doing her a favor or something. Jacob in Columbus, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Jacob.
Hi. I was just wondering if Jeffrey was going to host the show for the 2 weeks you're in Europe or not.
That's not a bad idea. Put Jeffrey on. In fact, let me give you the questions. We had Jeffrey try to write some questions from Melissa Rivers. We said, why don't you come up with 10 questions from Melissa Rivers? Let me just read these out to you, and you guys can tell me what you think of these. First of all, getting him to use Microsoft Word took about 4 hours.
He's never used it before.
No, he's never used a computer before.
He's in a school for radio, and he doesn't know how to use a computer.
Well, it's radio. He's not in a school to learn Microsoft Word, dude.
How do you not know how to use a computure?
Even know how to turn it on. I unplugged it from the wall and plugged it back in, and then you go, how do you turn it on?
Have you guys seen him type?
No.
It is the slowest. It's not even 2 fingers, just 1 finger, just...
It's woodpecking.
Oh, it's
worse.
Yeah.
It'll take whatever that thing is. The 10 questions. That's why it took 4 hours. Less than that. Less than that.
Too fast.
Way too fast.
Way too fast. Now hit backspace because you spelled it wrong.
Jeffrey's got to have thick
skin. One more
skin.
time. Backspace, spelled it wrong again.
Thick skin, Jeffrey.
Here's his questions from Melissa Rivers, and then we'll get into the shows. Could you tell us a little bit about your book? Question 2. What was the inspiration for you to write this book?
Oh, same question.
Question 3. Did you have a favorite TV show you've done? Question 4.
No, I've never done TV.
What are your favorite charitable organizations?
Ooh, that's good.
I'm sure the audience would really be interested in that. To find out what Melissa Rivers, what charity she's into.
Right.
Question number 5. When did you decide to do TV?
Oh, back to that question again.
Question number 6. How did you discover your flair for journalism? Question number 7. If you did not live in L.A., where would your ideal place to live be?
New York, maybe?
Question number 8. What are some of your favorite fashion trends?
Oh, yeah, because she works on E.
I should have had him read these. Anything he says is just funny.
I know.
Question number 9. When not involved in charity work, what are your favorite recreational activities? And question 10. What is your favorite vacation spot?
Recreation again.
I think Jeffrey's getting too big for his britches.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Does anyone else, Charlie, do you have a sense of... I don't know. I think that he...
Tom was saying something about that.
I just think that in Jeffrey's mind...
What do you mean, Charlie? Like, why do you think that, Charlie?
There was some sort of Twitter message that was sent to me that he was wondering what the ratings are now since he started. And Clear Channel better hire him.
Yeah, some demands that you better hire him. There's some demands.
Really?
He'd love to see the ratings since he started.
Yeah, really? Is that true, Jeffrey? You were demanding a job here?
No, I was just curious as to about how the ratings were, since I started interning.
You think they went up?
Gotten any better? They stayed the same?
What do you think?
Who knows? I mean, people talk about me. As of this morning when I tweeted, I got 202 followers.
So that's a lot.
And
what if you heard that the ratings completely bombed? Every time you talk, people turn their radio off. What would you say?
Well, I'd say that, if they don't like me, they don't like me. I'll just keep at it.
But Clear Channel better hire you, even though the ratings...
should I still hire you if everyone turns their radio off when you talk?
I was just saying that I was just kind of wondering what the ratings were like. That just piqued my curiosity, so... And then the thing with the computers, that's the first time I really got into using, Microsoft Word. I have a computer at home, I use it, and it was just the first time I've ever, really got to using it.
Right. So if you type a paper, what do you use? Have you ever typed a paper before?
When I was in high school, I didn't have access to computers in high school. We just had them in the lab. We just didn't use them on a regular basis. My paper was handwritten.
You're 40 years old and you don't know how to use a computer?
I know how to use a computer. It's just
my
last job didn't really have me record. Now I'm just going to download the Microsoft Word software and just practice using it.
Do you want to tell Rover that you snapped at me?
Uh-oh. Did you snap at Doogie?
And don't lie, because Dieter was witness.
Doogie, let me tell you something. If Doogie wasn't pregnant, you want to know what she would have done? I don't know what your wife does, but I guarantee you think your wife is a real pain in your ass, Jeffrey? Doogie would punch you right in the face. I'm not even kidding.
I don't stand for that. I'm not kidding.
I'm sorry if if you took it the wrong way.
What happened, Jeffrey? What happened? What happened, Jeffrey?
I was, I think I was in the middle of typing one of the questions, and I just kind of let her know. I think she took my voice tone the wrong way. So I got kind of excited because I was up to like 8 questions, or 8 or 9, questions like 7 or 8,
You're trying to get to 10, yeah. And what? She annoyed you or something, or?
She goes, she said something to me, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, I get along well with her,
Doogie, what happened?
Actually, Dieter was the witness.
Dieter,
Did that happen?
Dieter, tell her what happened.
Tell me what happened, Dieter.
She was talking to Jeffrey, going, do this, do that, and Jeffrey was completely ignoring her. He was just into the questions, and then Doogie goes, Jeffrey, I'm talking to you. And he goes, what? What? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He didn't apologize. He did not.
Well, then you said.
I was trying to
sounds like you snapped, Doogie.
I was trying to teach him. I was being very nice, and I was trying to teach him and he was not on question 8 or 9. He just was starting because he didn't know what he was doing, and I was trying to help him, and then he was completely tuning me out like I was his wife.
You do realize that he can't hear in one of his ears.
What?
He can't hear in his right ear. You have to talk loud to him.
Well, Doogie was on his left side.
Oh, he has a deaf ear?
Are you kidding?
Yes. No, he has a deaf ear.
You're deaf in one ear, Jeffrey?
I'm deaf in my right ear.
Oh.
I was talking to your left.
Still, it just gives bad hearing for him. I'm just saying, you got to speak loud to him. He's not ignoring you. He's just not noticing that you're even speaking.
Okay, I'm just saying, Jeffrey.
I was so in the task of the questions.
Okay, I was just trying to teach you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay.
I really do.
I'm just, if I'm teaching.
What came out of left field?
I'm just trying to learn to pay more attention when you're trying to teach me something, okay?
What?
It was bad.
It's just like, what? Jeffrey, what? What?
Oh, he was pissed at me, and then I said,
he's got a temper, man. He snaps.
He does.
He really does.
When he's yelling, he can't hear how loud he's getting because he's deaf.
No.
That's why he talks so loud.
Don't you notice that, Charlie? A couple days ago, you're like, quit yelling because he was standing right next to you because he gets so excited.
No. This was different. He was not happy with me. He snapped at me, and I had to put him in his place, and then he apologized.
That's good. He did apologize. We have to get to the shizzy. Marty in Rochester, you're on Rover's Morning Glory. Hi, Marty.